Hello everyone, I'm Lazy Grouse and the workshop for Total War Warhammer 3 is finally released on Steam. And modders have already filled the workshop with some amazing mods. So today I'm going through my favorite quality of life mods in the workshop right now. And if you want to check any of these mods out, I'll leave a link to each of them in the description. The first mod takes effect right when you boot up the game with the mod Disable Startup Splash Screen / Intros. When you normally boot up the game, you have to sit through and click away a bunch of splash screens and intros that play every time you start the game. This can be really slow with some slower computers or just annoying in general. Well, this mod removes all of that and goes from loading straight to the main menu, skipping all of those annoying intros and logos. It's just very nice to have, especially if you're trying out a bunch of new mods and you restart the game a bunch of times. The next mod is Settlement Capture Pictures, which adds unique art for all factions when choosing what to do with a settlement after winning a siege or a settlement battle or just colonizing a ruin. In Warhammer 2 all the factions had this kind of artwork that was unique to them, but in Warhammer 3 we just have these generic looking red on red images that doesn't look nearly as good, and all the factions have the same images. And the custom artwork created for this mod looks amazing and include units from your race doing the things you can do with settlements like looting, which just makes the game look so much better. Next we have another cosmetic mod with the UI Improvements mod. This mod changes the building and demolish building counter being the same color to having the demolish building counter stay red while the building counter turns green. Without the mod you can't really tell them apart really, which is a strange choice by CA to make them identical to each other considering they had different colors in Warhammer 2. They kinda wanted everything in this game to be red, which doesn't always work that well in the UI. It also turns city banners into, well, banners, instead of whatever the city banners were made of earlier, and made them a little bit darker so it's more contrast between the text and the banner, making it easier to read at a glance. The beloved Better Camera mod returns for Warhammer 1 and 2, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a mod that makes the camera better. It lets you zoom in closer and zoom out further. It's a great mod if you want some sweet screenshots or just want some awesome camera angles when watching your units cut through your enemies. There's also a function that allows you to zoom in closer without units disappearing. The increased camera height also allows you to view much more of the battlefield at once during big battles, giving you a better strategic view. The 1.1 update also implemented some much needed change to the Chaos Realms to make it much more playable, but you might still not want to play with it in every campaign and instead just play in a sandbox with domination victory conditions instead. Well, Toggle Chaos Realms gives you the option to turn off the Chaos Realms so the rifts never open and you don't have to worry about your provinces being overrun by Chaos armies or that your campaign will end because one of the AI factions won the race. To disable the Chaos Realms with this mod, you just go to the campaign settings and untick the Enable Campaign Narrative box. I've been playing with this mod for a while now and it's really nice to be able to play and not worry about the rifts. And I think a sandbox mode should always have been an option, and I'm so glad we have modders to fix it for us. And speaking of not playing the Demon Souls race, you might want some other goals to strive towards in your campaign. Victory Conditions Overhaul does just that. It gives new victory conditions to each faction that is unique to them. Siege, for example, have the goal to have the highest corruption in 50 regions, which is a goal that all of the Monogods demons have to emphasize the great game. Their other two goals focuses on destroying their enemies, with Victory Condition 2 being Destroy all of Cathay, and Victory Condition 3 being Destroy all of Nurgle. Each goal is meant to be fairly short and focused, and one objective can be considered a short campaign victory, while a long campaign victory is completing all of them. Each completed goal also gives you public order and economic bonuses to reward you for your accomplishment. The one button respec mod is also back, which adds a button to the character skill panel that resets all skills of a character. Each character can only be reset once and it costs 1000 gold or favor if you're chaos. This mod is really nice when you, for example, confederate another faction only to find that every single hero and lord looks like they've been leveled by a toddler, and you're just better off disbanding every one of them and just leveling new ones from scratch. With this mod, you just hit the button and enjoy your competently leveled legendary lord that you just confederated. The final mod I wanted to talk about is the Return of the Great Empire mod, which gives some bonuses to factions that was playable in previous games but not in Warhammer 3. I like this mod because it's weird seeing these powerful characters like Karl Franz just sit around in their territory doing nothing, or worse, die early in the campaign like a minor faction. This makes the campaign a bit more interesting as well, since the factions will either serve as a strong ally or dangerous enemies instead of just bystander or filler. That's all the mods I wanted to talk about this time. Is there any mods you think I missed and you think I should check out? Then tell me in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!